Hey everyone, I have some pretty cool EOS candy treats to show you, and they're Halloween inspired. So here we have the first one, which is made out of candy corn candy. So I tried to do the layer of the white, dark orange, and yellow at the bottom, and it's actually pretty hard, so I'm just biting into it here and you can see my teeth marks. So it's not the same texture as the candy corn once you melt it and stir it together. It actually ends up being more kind of like a lollipop at the end, which is good too. So here's my second one, and it is chocolate, and I decided to do a scary eyeball. So this is made out of colored chocolate, and obviously in the video you'll see how I do that. And this is still quite soft, so if you take a bite out of it, it's just like a chocolate bar, and there you go. Okay, so here we have our Halloween candy corn. Yum, yum, yum. So little triangles with 3 different colors, and they're kind of like a chewy texture. So you're gonna have that, and then you're gonna grab your EOS container. I found some black ones, which are perfect for Halloween, and I love the design on the top, so cool, and I believe it's the glitter lip balm that is in this. So you're gonna clean out your EOS container and make sure that you have adult supervision for this, and you're gonna use a sharp object to just dig in between the middle part and the bottom and pop that middle grate out. So then you're gonna put the bottom aside, and you're gonna use the top for your candy. So here we are, we have the top and the middle. So what you're gonna do first, which is really important, is you're gonna spray it with some oil or any oil that you have, and this helps the candy not stick to your top and come out way easier than if you don't have it. And sometimes it doesn't even work, you guys, so this is a really important step. Use lots to make sure it slips right out of there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to make the layered look, so I'm gonna cut the tips off of all the candies. So again, being careful, if you're small, you want to make sure that you don't cut yourself. And you can see here I'm prepping the yellow as well. So you don't really need too much of the white stuff. This, what I'm showing you in the video, actually I didn't end up using all this stuff. So you just need a little bit just for the very small tip. So these take no time to microwave at all, so maybe 10 to 15 seconds, and then the good thing is that it doesn't get too hot, so I mean don't touch it right away, but it does cool off quite quickly. Now you'll see all the white stuff I have here. I made this one and then it actually ended up having too much white, so I'll show you a clip later on, but I am going to show you how I put it in there. So you can by this point sort of smush it in with your fingers, and like I said, this is actually way too much white, but the key here is to try to get a very straight line across the top so that you have that nice layered look with straight lines. So here I'm showing you that I did it again, and I just used a teeny tiny white amount, and it actually ended up being way better. So moving on to orange, so again cutting up your candy corns and then melting it 10 to 15 seconds at a time. And again, in this clip, this is my original one that I made, and I used too much orange. The problem with that is that I didn't have enough room for the yellow, so you didn't even see the yellow when I was done. So you don't need too much orange, and again, I'll show you my revised version of it after I finish putting this in. So again, this stuff is pretty cool because it actually cools off pretty quickly, so you can kind of smush it down with your fingers. So here I have the one that I made again, and I'm showing you that you want to make sure that it's below the line there. So the edge of the cap, you want to make sure it's below it. That way you have space for the yellow, and you will see the yellow when you are complete. Okay, so moving on to the yellow, I have them already pre-cut here, ready to go. So you're going to put the middle piece on, as that it's quite hard to put on once you have candy in the way. So you want to put that on, and then you want to melt your yellow pieces in the microwave. Same thing, so 10 to 15 seconds at a time, and this might take one shot, you don't need to repeat it. It is a little bit orange, as the orange does seep into the yellow of the candy, which isn't a problem at all. So you're going to scoop it up, and here it cools down so fast, so it's kind of hard, but it is easy to smush in there. So I'm just going to take this, put it on top, and then once it cools down a bit, I'm going to use my fingers to really push it through the grate. So once you have it all smushed in and there's enough candy in there, you're going to put it in the fridge or freezer for a good amount of time, maybe 15 minutes, just to make sure that it is hard. Then you're going to grab your base and you're going to snap it on to make sure the flat parts are in line. Snap it on and then make sure that you guys slowly open it up in case it is a little bit stuck. So you want to make sure that you go nice and slow here. There is lots of oil in there, so it should be fine. So moving on to our scary eyeball. So again, just like the previous clip, you're gonna smother your EOS top in oil, which helps the candy slide right out when you're done. And then you're gonna get some chocolate chips. So you easily could probably just use one chocolate chip. It just might not have that nice round finish because it's not melted. But so I decided to melt it, and I'm just gonna put a little teeny tiny dot for the pupil of the eye. Once you're done that, you're gonna get some chocolate that is the color of what you want the iris to be. So in this case, I want it blue. If you don't have blue chocolate, you can just use blue food coloring with your white chocolate. Okay, so moving on to the veins of the eyeball. So here I have pink chocolate, which was as close as I had to red. So then I'm gonna add a little bit of red food coloring in there. Now for some reason, when I added the red food coloring, it kind of got all chunky. So just watch that and obviously just kind of work with it. So, and then what I did was I took little clumps of it and sort of, turn them into little worms or little veins and then smush them onto the side. Okay, and the last color of your chocolate will be white to represent the eyeball part. So melt that up, and then the easy part, you can just pour it right in. And you want to pour it to just above where the grate goes, and then put the grate on, and then fill up with the rest of the chocolate, as it's always hard to screw it on when there's already candy or chocolate in the way, so just watch that. Once you're done that, you're gonna put it in the fridge or freezer for a good, 15-20 minutes. Just make sure it's nice and hard. Snap your base on, and then you have a chocolate scary eyeball. Thanks so much for coming to watch this video, everyone. We hope that you have a wonderful Halloween, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure that you do so, and keep coming back to watch our videos. Thank you!